Hi guys, I'm Saumya and I'm back again with another video. I hope you're all well and safe. So today's video is going to be a book review video and I'm going to talk about Why Immigrate to Canada by Ansuman. So let's get into the video. So this book is non-fiction and it is meant for every aspirant and every prospective international student who is thinking of immigrating to Canada. This book is divided in 6 sections that cover different aspects of immigrating to Canada. So section 1 talks about the immigration process. So in this section, all the steps in the process of immigrating to Canada are discussed, all the documents and everything like that. This section is rather technical and there is a lot to take from this section. Then section 2 focuses on the life in Canada. It's called Know Your Canada, and in this section this book acquaints the reader with how it is to live in Canada in terms of the weather, education, places to stay. Section 3 discusses employment scenario in Canada as to how to find a job, different industries and sectors, and employer and employee rights, and these are only a few things. There is a lot to learn from this section as well. And then there is section 4 that talks about settlement and travel, and in this section this book talks about why one should choose Canada and why one should move to Canada, the benefits and advantages of living there and how good it is as a country. And in this section this book expands even more on how the living experience in Canada is like. So section 5 is about the experiences and advices. So this section consists of the success stories of immigrants who moved to Canada, and then section 6 is the final section in this book and it talks about the resources, checklists and FAQs. So overall this book is a comprehensive guide for any prospective immigrant planning on moving to Canada, and this book has 250 pages. So this book offers a lot of information, and this is the type of book that will require the reader to make notes and also underline key points, whatever is the most relevant obviously. And also this book cannot be and should not be read in a single sitting, in my opinion. I mean, it can be read in a single sitting, but it should not be, because firstly it's non-fiction and secondly the topic is such that as a reader I don't think you would feel inclined to finish this book in a single sitting all at once, because too much information overload is going to make your mind numb and you will practically zone out while reading. So it's best not to do that and read this book slowly. Needless to say, this book is not meant for the entertainment of the reader. This book is meant to enlighten the reader about the process of immigrating to Canada. So it is rather technical and detail oriented for the most part. There are some lighter parts in the book as well, but they are not that many. So the best way to approach this book is to basically read it like a textbook, because you are meant to gather useful information from it. So if you are someone who has already made up your mind about moving to Canada, then reading this book is not only going to be an informative experience, but it is also going to be a positive one, because from time to time this book keeps encouraging you about your decision. From time to time this book keeps reinforcing the fact that your choice to move to Canada is a good one. So in that way it has a very encouraging and a supportive vibe. And if you have not decided about which country you should move to, this is a book that totally talks about how you should choose Canada. So in that way it's going to put you in a positive frame of mind. Additionally, if you are somebody who doesn't know anyone in Canada and if you don't have any reference points, then at the very least this book can be your starting point. There is a lot to learn from this book, and obviously practical experience cannot be substituted by reading, but I definitely feel that it gives you a head start for sure. If you are completely clueless about the immigration process and about the life in Canada, then reading this book is at least going to present an image in your mind, even if only theoretically, because something is better than nothing. There is so much information that the reader gets to work with from this book, and in that way you can at least get an idea about your prospective Canadian life. Whenever you are thinking of relocating and immigrating to a completely different country, then obviously you should garner as much information as you can before you head off in a totally new direction. And if your country of choice is Canada, then this is a book that you can definitely consider reading, because it offers a lot of factual information and alongside that it offers a lot of tips as well. material that you can obviously change up according to your individual situation. Personally, it took me a little bit longer to read this book because of the reasons that I mentioned before in this video about reading this book slowly, and also the information this book provides is very enlightening, but it is not immediately relevant to me, at least not yet. So reading this book was a great experience because I got to know so much about the immigration process and about the lifestyle in Canada, something that I wasn't particularly aware of before. So I like that about this book. The only thing that I have to mention is that this book should have better editing, and apart from that, the language is easy to follow and anyone can read this book. So if you are planning on moving to Canada, and if you're planning on immigrating to Canada or are considering it, then Why Immigrate to Canada by Ansuman, that is a book that you can definitely consider reading. I will provide the link for this book in the description box. So that's it for the video. I hope you found it useful, and I'm going to come back with my next video very soon. Till then, bye bye, take care and stay safe.